Good morning. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I still have a glow over the top of my head. I can't seem to find the right angle here. We'll have to work on that. Anyway, I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist, here with some words of wisdom for this wonderful Friday. And our card deck today is the Virtues Reflection cards by the Virtues Project. And we have a wonderful card for today. Good morning, Joe. Welcome. Glad you're here. Our card is Fortitude. Fortitude. All right, looks like two others have popped on. No names, but glad everybody's here. Good morning, Lori. Glad you're here. And a couple more popping on. Awesome, awesome. Again, excuse the glow over the peak of my head. I still can't quite get the lighting right, but we'll figure it out eventually. So our word for today is fortitude. So, good morning, Luann. Glad you're here. Yep, if I don't call your name, it's probably because you aren't popping up as a name, just the number. But if you want to say good morning, then I will know you are here. Good morning, Lori. Glad everybody's here. Good morning, CJ. Welcome, welcome. So, fortitude. Fortitude is what we're talking about today. So let's just take a couple of nice deep breaths, and I want you to really fill up your diaphragm, okay? Stretching it down with those filled up lungs. Waking everything up. Good morning, Linda. Welcome. And I'm going to need fortitude today because guess where I'm going? The DMV. We'll see how that goes. Stepping into fortitude, trying it on, seeing how it fits. To me, fortitude is not only strong, but it's flexible. So just imagine that. Feel that in your body. Strong and flexible. Good morning, Larissa. Glad you're here. So let's hear about fortitude. Fortitude is strength of character. It is the will to endure no matter what happens, with courage, confidence, and patience. That last one I got to work on, that patience thing. Fortitude is deeply rooted in the bedrock of our will. We cultivate it by strengthening our resolve to face whatever comes. And that doesn't mean hammering through things in that divine masculine way always. Sometimes it's the divine feminine way where we know enough to quit banging our head against a wall, nurture ourselves for a while, then reapproach whatever the issue is. So there's many ways to manifest fortitude in a divinely masculine way and a divinely feminine way. And balance is good. Fortitude springs from our devotion to a purpose we believe to be real and important. It grows as we face and overcome insurmountable obstacles. I was thinking about this with regard to my dog. When he and I went through training, he's a trauma dog, so everything freaks him out. He's scared of everything. He gets fear aggressive. And at 75 pounds, you can't have him being fear aggressive, right? So we went for training, and the guy who had trained him previously and sent him through the prison program for more training, said that every time he does something that he doesn't think he can do, he grows in confidence. The more confident he is, the less aggressive he is. So he had us doing all kinds of things, like me getting TJ to walk across this platform that wiggled and up and over a hill and through a tunnel and all of this stuff. So yesterday, I had my dad's van, which is really big, and TJ was pretty intimidated about getting into it, but I just kept encouraging him. I had all the stuff in the van, so he had to sneak past things to get to where he was going to be sitting. So I just kept encouraging him to do it, and eventually he slithered on through there, and then he was like, okay, I can do this. So we need to do that too. We need to test our mettle a little bit, see what we're capable of, build our own confidence. When I've worked in the past with people who have agoraphobia, part of the process of managing that disorder is getting them to stretch their limits a little bit. So if they've been confined to the house, it's getting them to step out onto the porch, deal with the anxiety while they're there, then go back in. Pat themselves on the back for having done that much. The next day, maybe they go and they sit on the top step. Eventually, we work them out to the mailbox. Pretty soon, we can have them back in their car and going places. but it takes being willing to feel the discomfort to get there. Again, as I've said before, comfort is something we've vastly overrated in America. And it keeps us complacent. It keeps us stuck in an ever-shrinking world. When we're willing to feel the discomfort and push those edges a bit, again, it doesn't have to be, I'm afraid of swimming and I'm going to jump into, the deep end of the pool. It means I'm afraid of swimming and I'm going to sit with my legs in the water for a bit and just kind of imagine. And it means I'm going to start at the shallow end and work my way out. And it means that I'm going to allow someone to help me to learn how to swim. That's what it means. Steps at a time. And they don't have to be fanfare kinds of steps. They can be itty bitty steps, but each day a little bit further. Okay? It keeps us going. Our fortitude can astonish us. It's an anonymous quote. Hold your precious heart steadfast in fortitude until the siege is past and you will be duly nourished. So how do you ride things out? How do you get through the difficult, tumultuous times? I think for many people, having a thought in their mind that gets them through, tomorrow's another day, I can do this, I'm stronger than I think I am, whatever it is, can be really pivotal in terms of taking the next step and getting through it. The practice of fortitude. So here's the I statements. If any of them grab you, write one down and make it your mantra for today and beyond. I have the will to survive. I have the patience to endure. I am guided by a clear purpose. And for those of you who are struggling with your purpose right now, don't be surprised that you're struggling with your purpose right now, because everything is being so stirred up so that what doesn't serve us, how many of us in the course of COVID have said, why am I wasting my time on X or Y or Z? I've done it out of obligation, or I've done it because I've always done it, or I've done it because somebody expects me to. But I don't really like doing it, so I don't want to do it anymore. And we've let go of some of the things that do not serve us. And in a way, that also opens those things up for someone else to step in to do them who does enjoy doing them, right? If we're occupying that space crabbily and reluctantly, no one else can step in and take over. And sometimes we need to step out, create the vacuum, and then someone else can step in. So again, purpose. If you're struggling with knowing what your purpose is, my vote is just try a bunch of things. Actually, my sister and I were talking about that. She's roughly 1 year retired at this point and wants to do some things. And so we were talking yesterday about just take a little job, do something, try it out, see if you like it. Whatever it is. If you do it for a while and it isn't your idea of a great thing, do something else. That's the value of being retired. For one thing, you can pick and choose more of what you want to do, right? I know what I care about. What's most important to you? What's most important? I mean, I've done this with regard to things. I've done this with regard to people. I've done this with regard to what I do in this world. So for example, the moon ceremony. Kayleen and I have decided that it needs something. It needs an up-leveling. And so we're pausing moon ceremony, waiting for discernment. I'm hoping she and I will meet like halfway between Viroqua, where she lives, and Appleton, where I now live, and spend some time just kind of brainstorming and having some fun, listening to Spirit in terms of what are we meant to do with this time together, because we have wonderful people who show up for moon ceremony, and we want to make sure we're delivering really what's right in line with what everyone needs at this point. I know what I care about. Whatever life brings makes me stronger. As my little brother sardonically says, that which does not kill you makes you stronger. There's something to be said for that. I have amazing endurance. So think about that. Going back to picking a statement that you're going to tell yourself over and over and over again. Wouldn't that be a powerful statement to tell yourself? I have amazing endurance. To say that to other people. guess what? I have amazing endurance. The more you say it, the more you believe it, the more you live it, the more that is your reality. Okay? So what are you telling yourself? I am thankful for the gift of fortitude. It is the strength of my soul. It is the strength of my soul. So, where are you allowing yourself to demonstrate your fortitude? And where have you not allowed yourself to demonstrate your fortitude? Flop that over there. Let's see what happens. Try it out. Put it forth. See what happens when you approach it with strength and confidence and that very head-on direct approach. So, have an awesome day. I know I will survive the DMV, and whatever else comes up on today. I've got a truck to unpack. Oh, I got to tell you a funny also, and it will get taken care of. But so I drive 3 hours up there with my dog shaking the whole way. I don't know if he thought he was going to the vet or what his deal was, but he was flipped out. So we get up there. I get him back in his little space where he's used to, gather all of the stuff that I didn't have room for previously, put it all in the truck, going, yay me, this didn't take as long as I thought, yada yada. I spent some time talking to the new owners, talked to Marlo, my administrative assistant and friend. We had some lunch at the boat launch. I gotta tell you funny about that too. So a funny nested in a funny. You guys are lucky today. So she got a burger without the bun, bacon extra crispy, blah, blah, blah. So we get there, and it's windy. We were going to sit outside, but it was windy. So she sat in her car, and I'm kind of standing between the two vehicles because I've got TJ out on a leash. And this bacon extra crispy falls out. Good morning, Judy. Falls out of the car, lands on the ground, and TJ has bacon. I said, I'm so sorry. She said I wouldn't have picked it up anyway, because yuck. But yeah, all that work for the bacon, and there it is on the ground, and then in TJ's stomach. So that was the one funny. But then going back to the other funny, which I didn't think was too funny yesterday, but I'm kind of getting there. Get back here, excited I'm back kind of early, do what I need to do with things, blah, blah, blah. And thinking to myself, sitting right here, thinking to myself, okay, tomorrow I'm going to the DMV. So I want to wear something that looks decent because I'm going to have to look at that picture for God knows how many years, right? And then I go, oh, all of my hanging clothes are still hanging in the closet up there. And it's not like Marlo didn't say to me, hey, don't forget your hanging clothes. And it's not like I didn't remember that the hanging clothes were there, blah, blah, blah. They're all still hanging there. So the new owners actually said they wouldn't mind driving down, checking out Appleton at some point, and bringing my clothes. Honestly, this has been fraught with interesting trials and tribulations. Anyway, have an awesome day. Have a day filled with fortitude where you have the opportunity to just feel your inner strength. It can be about little bitty things. It does not matter, but just step into your strength and feel it and pay attention to it. Be conscious of it because it's such a gift. See you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.